The reality of the paleo diet. Diet trends are popping up every other day. From the Mind to Atkins, following them all is a chore and hobby for many women. If you have tried one or have researched eating trends, you likely have heard about the paleo diet, a much discussed topic in this area. As with any plan, there are arguments for and against it. So let's take a look at the reality, the good and the bad, and how to make it work for you. What is the paleo diet? Its essence is to return to what our ancestral caveman ate. Lauren Cordain, Ph.D., a researcher at Colorado State University, developed the regime otherwise known as the caveman diet, or Stone Age diet. It's a modern-day version of the foods eaten during the Paleolithic era, which was more than 10,000 years ago, before the agricultural revolution. Historical evidence demonstrates that cave dwellers discovered fire and built tools to help them hunt and gather for food. According to Cordain, this is the way human beings are genetically designed to eat, and why eating this way supports natural and holistic food choices. Cordain explains that food evolution is too rapid and that we haven't adapted to digest contemporary foods. As a result, chronic diseases and other health problems are on the rise today. Indeed, paleo doesn't have any of the modern-day junk food that causes health ailments. However, the feasibility of following an eating regimen similar to our ancestors is complex. What foods to eat and what to avoid are hotly debated, as no one can say for sure what specific foods our caveman ancestors consumed. However, there is some agreement, and so we cover what you can or can't eat below. Foods to eat. Non-starchy vegetables like broccoli, lettuce, Brussels sprouts, green beans, cauliflower, cabbage, asparagus, and spinach. Fresh fruits like apples, oranges, and grapes. Seeds, sunflower, and pumpkin. Nuts, walnuts, pecans, cashews, and almonds. Avoid peanuts. Healthy, plant-based oils like walnut, coconut, olive, sunflower, and grapeseed. Foods to avoid. High-fat and processed meats, examples of which are salami, pepperoni, bologna, ground meat, ribs, and hot dogs. Avoid starchy vegetables like potatoes and corn, and products made from these plants such as chips, popcorn, etc. Beans or legumes such as soy foods, peanut and byproducts, tofu, hummus. Avoid grains like rice, wheat, oats, and barley. So no bread, cereal, pasta, crackers, and even granola bars. Dairy and dairy products. Refined sugar, anything with added sugar, soda, syrup, cookies, energy drinks needs elimination. Avoid processed food or things that contain trans fats. Examples are French fries, donuts, fast food items, packaged foods, etc. Salt. Avoid foods with high salt content like chips, crackers, pretzels, and similar items. Benefits and disadvantages. In his 2002 book, The Paleo Diet, Lauren Cordain claimed that eating like our ancestors keeps our weight in check and protects us from developing diseases of civilization. Diseases like type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular ailments, and autoimmune diseases. Whether or not eating like this works in today's age is a matter of debate, so here are some of the pros and cons. Pros. Weight loss. Since the regimen advises eating high-protein, low-fat foods, it promotes healthy eating and subsequent weight loss. The average modern-day American consumes far less fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, protein, vitamins, and minerals than the diet recommends, and consumes far more saturated, unsaturated fat and sodium. Eat clean. Eating similar to cave dwellers in the Stone Age means that you are less likely to consume preservatives, chemicals, or additives in your food. More iron. By eating more quantities of red meat, your body gets higher amounts of iron. Anti-inflammatory. Eating plant nutrients from fruits, nuts, and vegetables is actively encouraged, giving you the anti-inflammatory benefits of these foods. Appetite control. Due to the high intake of healthy fats and proteins, you may have better satiety, a feeling of fullness more quickly between meals, which keeps you from unhealthy snacking. Simple. There is no hassle counting specific calories or trying to make appropriate portions of food. There are only foods that you eat and the ones that you avoid. Cons. Specific food groups are excluded altogether, which has raised arguments about missing out on essential vitamins and nutrients. Grains, dairy, and legumes are not allowed as an example, even though recent research indicates these foods may be right for us. Below we've highlighted some of the cons of this way of eating. Nutritional deficiencies. Strictly following the allowed-only foods can lead to a gap in calcium and vitamin D, affecting the strength of your bones. Toxins. There is a significant amount of fish consumed, which increases the risk of toxins in the body. Whole foods. Whole grains were not eaten by prehistoric people, due to the lack of modern farming. In the present day, research has shown that the consumption of whole grains is, in fact, good for your health. Not athlete-friendly. It's a problematic regimen for athletes to follow because athletes require